Well, we're up to 24 here. Personal log number 24. I'll call it taking transit. Either stupid early or late. Maybe this is another perils of kind of video here, but if you rely on taking public transit to get around, especially in the big city, I mean, your ultimate choice to get to your destination is you're either going to be stupid early or late. And the reason why I say that because it's just how the schedules work, and if you have to make transfers, I mean, you have to give yourself that buffer time because you never know what the weather's going to be like. Or what always seems to happen, especially in this city, is that you could take the bus to get to the train station, and they always seem to have it so that your bus has to just miss the train, and then you got to wait 10, 15 minutes for the next train, and then if you have to make another transfer, and always seems to have to just miss that, or even if you're changing buses, it always seems like they have to schedule it so that they all come at the same time, but then it all has to just miss it. I mean, I wish there was some way that they could maybe, whoever makes these decisions to schedule to make the schedule, that they should make them do a few runs, and they have to take these buses. And I mean, then you go through when you're waiting, there's like no buses, no trains, and then you got to wonder, why can't they, sporadically change it so that, I mean, I'd rather, if I have to make a transfer, I'd rather get off and, casually walk for, 5 minutes instead of having to run for my life, and hopefully, you get on, or the driver's taking a break or something. But that's why you got to be either stupid early or late, because the buffer time. Plus, I mean, you could maybe be on time if you take that next one later, but then it all comes down to the mess of the transfers here. But then unfortunately you gotta deal with idiots and jerks and other people when you take transit, and people, you have to rely on other people behave themselves or be prepared, or don't have to ask the driver 787 stupid questions about life and where they're going, or had no clue why they left the house in the first place. They think that maybe some people did just ride their buses and trains just for the love of it, or someone who just has nothing else better to do in their life. So you gotta factor that in the equation too. Why I always tell people, they say, well, gee, you're early. And I say, yeah, well, I take transit here. I said, I'm either going to be stupid early or late. Pick one. On time is not an option. I said, then I go there, well, I could be on time, but then it have to mean that this bus will have to be on time, and then it won't just miss my other transfer, and that one has to be on time, but it's always one's late, one's early, or it's always scheduled to just miss each other, and then wait half an hour, and then you'll say, yeah, and then if people behave themselves, and if it was a full moon the last Friday of September, then maybe I could have been on time if I took that later bus, but that's too many variables in the air. So it's either deal with it. I'm either going to be stupid early or late, and I have to expect that flexibility on the other end of when I have to leave here, which sometimes people are good at that, but sometimes you have goes to the former employer that they don't. But then it's the same people that have a problem with that, or the same people that they never get themselves to work on time or back from lunch on time, and they drive. So it's like, if anyone ever asked me, why don't you have a car? And if it's an employer that asks us, well, I think you and I both know that you don't pay me enough so I can afford the car and live here. But then even then, where you work, if you're somewhere where it's you got to pay for parking, and it's even more than taking transit, it doesn't make economic sense. And I just say, for me, it makes more economic sense to take transit to get around here. But then that's part of the perils of it, is you're either going to be stupid early or late, and you're gambling big time if you trying to be on time. I mean, sure, you can maybe look at Google. I mean, Google's definitely great for now they give you transit directions and find the best way possible, or try to arrive at that time. But then, once again, it comes down to schedules there where you got that gap where it's like, yeah, if you want to be at this place by 9 o'clock, the best option I can give you is you'll get there like at 8:35, or you'll be late and you get there at 9:10. And then, the only thing that sucks about that is if no one's open and you kind of have to pace around or pretend you're doing something else before that place opens, or if you're meeting someone. So, yeah. Feel free to comment below or subscribe if you like everything I do on my YouTube channel and all my personal blogs here or Calgary Sports Takes. But that's what I say about Calgary Transit, or Calgary Transit, but any transit. The other thing I should mention too is that if you've got to rely on taking the train there, and especially in this city, there always seems problems too, where people have to decide to either jump in front of the train or drive their car in front of the train, thinking, well, if I'm late, I might as well make the whole city late, and you got to factor that too, and give yourself a ridiculous buffer too. On I just say it definitely makes you a time pessimist on taking transit, but yeah, it comes with a price, but owning a car and cost of life keeps going up too, and you can't be able to afford to live here and own a car too. So I say, if you enjoy everything I do, just make sure you hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video.